going on, agents? Biz here with another Division 2 build video. I got a build today that comes to us straight from the Twitter sphere, as someone had an exotic they needed help building with, and my walk is as strong as my talk when I say let's get better together. As always, if you're new here or you've been around since this time last year when we dropped the 4th of July special, you are welcome here. Really, this channel wouldn't be a thing without you coming to check out what I'm putting out in this little corner of YouTube, so thank you. Do me a favor and make sure you hit that like, subscribe button so you never miss an update. Even better yet, let me know in the comments below if you'd like a sequel to that 4th of July video. If enough people are into it, I'd love to recreate that madness with a bigger budget from last year. While you contemplate that, let's strap up, crack an ice cold liquid death, and get down to it. Okay, so I was perusing through Twitter like I normally do when I need inspiration or confirmation that this world is going to pot. Something about 280 characters does something to the way people talk. So much more direct. But I digress. While scrolling around, I came across someone who wanted to see a build with the NinjaBike Messenger Kneepads. Now, I had it set up from a long time ago, so I thought I'd dust it off and update it based on TU15's changes. For those who haven't seen the NinjaBike Kneepads, this gear used to be a PvP exclusive exotic, much like the Pestilence. I think around the time Woni came out, both of these pieces joined the general exotic loot pool, and they have been there since. The NinjaBike Kneepads come rolled like any other DPS exotic. Red core, with crit chance and damage rolled to them. These kneepads also come with a pretty neat talent called Parkour. Parkour works pretty simple, really. If you perform a cover-to-cover move or vault over something, you automatically reload your drawn weapon and get 25% bonus armor for 5 seconds. For a while, I thought of this exotic as a fun exotic. What I mean by that is that, yeah, it was a cool piece to play with, and heck, even a fun way to play the run and gun. I never found it amongst the top tier of exotics, though. It just didn't seem useful to me. Part of that, though, was because I wasn't building a run and gun build right. See, run and gun builds do need to have a lot of damage output, but you also need to be able to survive. Throwing on 6 reds, a glass cannon, and versatile won't cut it if you can't stay vertical. You have to reconcile the two sides of having output to gun and being able to take the damage to keep on the run. So how do we survive? I mean, there are a lot of options. Blue cores, armor regen, backpack and chest talents, a friend who's a healer. For this setup, we're going to rely on a mix of things to keep us vertical. So keep it locked in. On the flip side, how do we keep our output strong? Well, as long as we don't need to reload, we can use high-powered weapons that maybe are traditionally overlooked due to high reload times or even low magazines. Having an insta-reload opens the playbook to do more damage in a much quicker manner. Learning how to balance the run and gun will be key to you using the NinjaBike Kneepads successfully. Now, this is no exact science, but the build I have here does that very well. Keep in mind, however, you will need to adjust your playstyle to make the most of this. So take the finger off the reload button and get ready to do some parkour. To start, this build is set up on a demolitionist specialization. I went here because you get a free reload or an armor break. Listen, any chance I don't need to reload, I'm going to take with this setup. I also like demolitionist here because getting the ability to ignore an explosion every 60 seconds has saved me from more outcast rushers than I care to admit. If we take a gander at the overview of the build, you'll see this is a 4 blue, 2 red core with almost everything to crit chance and damage. And we're sitting at about 1.5 million armor. No weapon handling here, as you don't need to reload any quicker than instantly. Am I right? Moving into weapons, we started a custom M870 with Close and Personal on. Close and Personal is going to grant a 30% weapon damage bonus after killing a target within 7 meters. We will be that close to this build, so this will come in handy. Not even leveling expertise, this shotgun, we have north of 1.3 million damage coming from this bad boy. The only drawback is its slow reload, but when you don't have to reload, this piece is a force to be reckoned with, which is why it's so great to pair with these NinjaBike Kneepads. Supporting this behemoth will be the Lady Death. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Lady Death is one of my favorite weapons in the game. With its Breathe Free talent, I'm getting stacks that will amplify my damage by 75%, and kills grant 20% movement speed. If that's not enough, its underbarrel attachment gives a 500% melee damage bonus, allowing me to land melees, dealing over 1 million damage. It's crazy. Again, Lady Death only has one drawback. It's small magazine. But when we throw on the Ninja Bikes, That problem goes away with a quick cover-to-cover move. We like this. Rolling down into the gear, we see the Ninja Bikes in the knee slot. No surprise there. We support this with a build that equips 2 pieces of Walker Harris for amplified weapon damage and damage to armor. We also stack the damage to armor with contractor gloves. And then we wrap up the gear with a Badger Tough chest to give a bonus to that shotgun damage, and a Grupo Sombra mask for added crit hit damage. Chest and backpack bonuses support the balance of staying vertical. See, we went with named pieces in the chest and backpack. At the chest, we have the named 0Fs that will give us perfectly unbreakable. And this will give us our full armor back on armor break, and do this with a countdown that's 5 seconds shorter than the original. I mean, not the best, but every second counts. We also go with the Matador for the backpack, so we'll get a perfect version of Adrenaline Rush. This backpack is very high on my list of best in slot. Getting bonus armor when enemies are near, especially on a 1.5 million armor build, will make the difference in you surviving. Landing at the skills, you know I keep the Reviver Hive on me because going down happens. The one drawback to Run and Gun is you will probably be not near anyone if you go down. So this hive is your best friend by a mile, because your best friends are probably a mile away anyway. We also dust off an explosive sticky bomb. I started running this again thanks to the Hunters in Countdown always hacking my stuff. I forgot the explosion staggers people too. And man, that's pretty nice. Overall, this setup can hang with the best of them. Being able to move fast and strike decisively makes this my favorite way to run and gun. I hope you enjoy it too. And thank you to the person who asked me what you can make with these knee pads. If you have something you're having a hard time building, like I always say, leave it below in the comments and let's figure it out together. Either way, that will wrap things up for today. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you made it this far, please engage on the channel with a like, subscribe, a comment, an emoji, whatever. It's for all of us. So join me in getting better together, and I'll catch you next time. Biz out.